Hey guys, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I first and foremost, I want to apologize for not really saying a word this whole month about this. I acknowledge everyone who sent me well wishes on Facebook and that just to make sure I was okay. I know not everyone got a response, but I did appreciate everyone who sent me messages regarding this because he was my friend. Is my friend. I mean, he's always going to be my friend, obviously. But for those of you who don't know, which is probably not, well, probably most of you by now, I would imagine, um, Helsing 920, otherwise known as Emmer, um, my friend of 10 years, passed away beginning of this month. I've been quiet about it for a variety of reasons, mostly personal ones. But I thought maybe I should say something. Um, you know, just uh, just because he was my friend, and I know people look to me for stuff, and you guys know he was my friend. He was in plenty of my videos, so it's not like you didn't know that. I guess part of the reason I was sorry, I hit the mic. Part of the reason I was holding back on this is that I didn't really know what to say. Usually my response to this type of situation is just kind of silence. I kind of grieve in my own way. I just withdraw. I don't really say much. It's one of the many reasons I haven't done anything this month, basically. Um, Not the only reason, but one of the reasons. But we're not talking about my other problems in this video. That's definitely not the thing I want to do. That was one of the other reasons I waited so long, as I knew if I was having issues this month before I lost Emmer. I can assure you of that. But we're not talking about me. He died very suddenly. Um, and I knew he was having problems. I talked to him. I think last time I spoke to Emmer was middle of July, and I wish it had been sooner than that, unfortunately. But that was the last time I spoke to him was they're on the channel. Those last fanfic nightmares we did when we live streamed, and that was the last time I spoke to him. Which that's not something I could fix. I mean, Emmer was the guy who really got me into YouTube, because when I first showed up here, I didn't really have that many viewers. I didn't have that many friends, or any friends really. Emmer was my first real friend on here, actually. And it was actually through him that I met most of the other people you know. Um, well, not all of them, but a lot of them. And man, this is hard. It's frustrating because like I had a whole speech prepared in my head. I was like, oh, I'm gonna say this about him. I'll talk about that one thing, and I'm like, there's just nothing to say. You know, this is why I didn't really want to do this kind of video, because there's just nothing for me to say. You know, he was my friend and he's gone, and there's nothing I can do to change that. Nothing anybody can do, and I'll miss him. He was. You know what he was. This is the thing I can say about Emmer. He was probably the most dependable friend I've ever had, or more specifically, loyal, because there were plenty of times where I did something stupid and he got mad at me. And then it was like, hey man, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, it's cool. Because that's what Emmer did. Especially with me. For some reason, he was always chill, regardless of what happened. And then there were times where like he would do something, and I would be like, dude, what the fuck, and and he'd be like, I'm sorry, dude. And it's like, well, it's okay. And that was our friendship, like the whole time. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to really replace him in that regard, because like it never seemed to matter what happened. I knew that I could go to him, and even if he couldn't give me advice, and he would admit when he didn't really know what to say, he would listen. And that's the kind of guy he was. When it came to me, and him as my friend, that's what he did. And I'm not really sure, like, I have friends now who will listen and give me advice, but it's not, I don't know how to explain it, but, I mean, if it's any consolation, we still have his videos. I'll always be able to go back and look and see, who he was, and I'll remember him. I'll have my memories. You know, just so everyone was like worried about me when it comes to this, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'll talk more about my own personal issues maybe on a stream sometime if I get back into that soon. I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow. I do have Sonic Mania. Okay, relax. We're not here to talk about that. Um, but yeah, I guess I'm really bad at eulogies. Especially when they're a month after the fact. You know, I'm just gonna miss my friend. You know, that's the best way I can say it. And we always joked because he and I were both big fans of dark humor. We would always make a dark joke, and we would always joke, "Oh man, we're going to hell." I guess the thing I can say now is, Emmer, wherever you are, I hope that's not where you are. I hope you're in a better place, and maybe I'll see you on the other side. So, yeah, that's all I got. Um, I'll probably talk to you guys later. I hope you all have a good one.